Hello and welcome to all of you. Today we will discuss how to work on draft. For working on the draft, we just have to click on e-file. After that, browse the file with which respect we have to create the draft. Let's just assuming that we have to create a draft in this file. Just open this file. The file will populate. Left hand side the noting part will appear, right hand side the TOC part will appear. If you want to just click on the all button, it will get displayed by the numbering. It will the receipt part which are lying in our inbox. For that we have just click on the TOC. In order to create a draft, just click on the draft button. There are two options will be visible: view draft. If we click on the view draft, it will display the how many drafts are lying in our file. These are the 4 drafts which are lying in our file. Here we can see that the draft signed, approved. These are the status of the draft and approved by this person and dated and action. We can see the check out the version of the draft over there. Let's creating a new draft and just understand the functionality of draft, how it will work. Click on the draft button. After that, click on the create new draft. A draft window will appear. It's best exercise to work on while working on the draft. You just log in into the Mozilla Firefox browser. It is the best view for the draft and best support while working on the draft. If First of all, we just need to keep 2 or 3 points while working on the draft in our mind. Firstly, we just click or write down the content in our draft part rather than to upload a draft content. While we upload the draft, either in the Word, Excel or PowerPoint, it will get automatically converted into PDF. And while approving authority have to made some necessary changes in the draft content. Firstly, the approving authority have to download. After that, making the necessary changes. Again, the approving authority have to upload again in the draft part. This one is the time consuming process. So we have to just keep in mind, we just write down the draft in the draft editing window, because sometime the uploaded draft, while click on the edit, the font will be changed. To avoid that consequences or issue, we have to careful about write down the draft content in the draft window, or we can also copy paste over there from our working file. Let's type some content over there. Content are the assuming that these are the content of the draft. This one is the content just for the general testing purpose, how the draft will work. I have write down the content over there. After that, we have to select the draft nature, like these. If we are creating the new draft, it will automatically show the new or fresh. We can also change the respective nature of the draft. New, fresh, reply or reminder, any kind of option we can choose based upon our content or based upon requirement. After that, click on the receipt button. With which receipt we are going to create the draft. These are the 2 receipts which are lying in our file, and the receipts are in the open status. If the receipt are closed, the closed receipt will not appear in our receipt part. We have to very careful about it while we are creating a draft against any receipt. Let's take a look how we can close the receipt or in lying in the file. Just I have to copy paste it so that I can easily paste it again while working on the draft. Just click on the draft part, and assuming that the one of the receipt which are lying in our draft is in close state. Just click on this button. After that, these are click on the TOC. Rather than the draft, the number of receipt will be displayed. This one is the draft content which I have already dispatched. The number starting from the I that means issue. While the draft gets approved and signed, and we just dispatch the draft from the file, that I starting number from the I will get displayed, stating that that's the it will the issue. Click on the receipt, just click on the action button. After that, just close, select the close, and provide the remarks. And it's the best exercise to close the receipt while all the action have been done. The dependency of the receipt has been removed while it's lying in our in file. Okay, and let's take a look how does it will affect in working on the draft. Just click on the draft. After that, create a new draft. Okay, this will be the content paste. If I select the receipt number, then only one receipt will appear, which is in our open status. For the same, we can also reopen the receipt while it has been placed in file as a TOC. How it can be performed? Just click on the file in box. After that, select the particular file. This one is the file where the receipt are in the closed states. These are the this is the receipt which has been recently closed by us, and if we want to reopen it, we just click on the receipt reopen. After the providing the remarks, it will get reopened. Mm, just click on the create new draft. The draft editing window will appear as in the previous status. Just take a look over there. These are the receipts which are kept on a file as a TOC. Okay, we just checked how the receipt can be closed and reopened while it's as attached in a file. Just select the receipt with which in the reply we are going to dispatching a draft. Form of communication, we have to select the proper nature of draft and what kind of draft we are going to create in our file. Just suppose that we are going to letter, prefix option, and the nature of the language of the draft. We are going to create the draft in English language. Main category, these are the simple the form of the category while we are creating a or dialing a doc. Just click on the main category general. From this we can also appropriate choose the option based upon draft nature content. These are the content and nature of the or category of the file. We have to select the appropriate nature with respect to the draft nature. Okay, these are the subcategories, and these also can be edited by the local admin. Subject, we can edit the subject over there. By default, the subject of the draft is automatically fetch out based upon our subject of file. This is the subject of file. We can edit the subject as well. Let's we are going to create the subject of the draft. We can mark the subject of draft, add recipient or edit recipient. Add recipient or edit recipient, we can easily check out uh, to whom we are going to dispatch the draft after signing. This is the public first one. by default choose. Public means the user who don't have the eOffice account. We can also dispatch the draft to whom user who don't have the eOffice account. This one is the intra eOffice. Intra office means the list of the user which have the active account in our department. Department may be located geographically all over the world or all over the India. Intra, these are the detail of the user which have the same active account in our instance. That means in the in our department. And intra. Inter, and intra. What is the basic difference? Intra stands for our within our department. Inter stands for the outside the department. We have to select the inter if we are going to dispatch a document from outside our department. Choose the instance value. These are the instances which are mapped with our instance or with our department. These are the instance. Just click on this button, and after that just search the username. Actually, eOffice is working on the role-based application. If the user have a role of the instance sender and instance receiver, the that those particular user will be displayed over there who have the role of instance receiver. If we will going to dispatch a draft from our department, the user must have the instance receiver role in order to get the file or draft. Just click on this. If I just click on this option, then the number of user will get displayed which have the instance receiver role over there. These are the basic difference intra, inter, and public. Just we are assuming that we are going to dispatch a draft who don't have the eOffice account. Just click on the public button. After that, user and group. New and existing. Both options will be displayed respective to the user or group. We can create a group while we are diaring a document or diaring a doc by adding the add to address book, selecting the add to address book when we diaring a document. And user same. And suppose the user which we are lying in our content will be displayed over there. Apart from that, we can also mark a draft who are not in our contact list. These are the ministry department. Same, the number of ministry department will be displayed in the diaring a receipt will be displayed over there. If the we can select choose the department or ministry, rather than we can also left it as it is by default. Just name, simply type the name. We just click on the RAM Ram subgroup and mark the designation over there. Suppose he is acting as a deputy secretary, DS, and just select the address where the user is particularly belong to. Just select the like. Okay, this is a simple. And organization, we can also select the organization to whom the user is working or not. We can left it blank as well. It's not mandatory. Suppose that user is working in DSVN country India, and select the appropriate state. It will take some time while the reflection. Select the state and we in which state the user is working. We can select the appropriate state. Just select the Haryana district will be the Ambala. Ambala. What will be the pin code? Pin code. Just assuming that 133001. This one. We just assuming that the pin code. This one is not the mandatory. Provide the valid mobile number. While we are working on the provide mobile number, it will automatically display the error if we write down the wrong mobile number. Just click on the email ID at which we will dispatch the draft. It can be any domain, Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, any kind of domain email ID can be registered over here. These are the basic information which I have already provided. Just click on the add button. The recipient will be registered in the detail. If we want to delete any recipient from the added list, we just simply click on the cross button. Recipient will be get removed. And we similarly we can also add one more than recipient by clicking on the add button. Providing the detail, click on the add button. The recipient will get be listed up in our recipient detail. Just simply click on the close button. The recipient has been added successfully. And we have to initiate draft to the approving authority by clicking on the save button. Just click on the save button. A draft has been created. Message will be populated in our right top corner. Okay, this one is the process. Similarly, we can also forward the file by clicking on the send button. Click on the send button. After that, we have to select appropriate user. This one is the internal. Internal means the file will be get approved within our department. If the file will be get approved by other department, we just click on the external button. For the, forward the file to the external department, the sender have the role instance sender or the recipient have the role instance receiver. We can choose the department. Similarly, this one is the external department, and simply same as it is, just type the some initial alphabet, or we can also browse the user by his name, by his designation, by his division. These are the list of the user who have the recipient instance receiver role over there by default. If I want to just select some information like initial alphabet, if we are not well aware about the full username designation, we just simply click some initial alphabet. The respective, this one is the username, this one is the section name, this one is the post name of the user, and this one is the section name in which the user has been posted. All of the respective detail will get be displayed based upon our input criteria. This one is the process how we can forward the file. Let's assume that we have forwarded the file. After that, the approving authority how will take the respective action in respect of the draft. Just click on the button. After that, click on the view draft. This one is the draft which I have recently created. We can also delete the draft prior to getting approved by the approving authority. Once the draft get approved, no further necessary changes or action, no further action or can be edited further. Once the draft get approved, we cannot also delete the draft. Just click on the DFA number. After that, the draft will get displayed. If the user want to edit or take a look on the content of the draft, is it okay, good to move? Just click on the draft approve button. The draft will get approved. This one is the status of draft. That means it's showing the draft status. That's DFA draft for approval. This one is the number. This one is the version. While the file is moved from one user to another user and he has made some changes, then the version will be automatically incremented 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 like this. We have just select the latest version. Okay, if user want to edit some content, just click on the edit button. The approving authority have the only option to edit the draft. That means the approving authority have the role draft approve, and he must have the role also signing authority on dispatch in respect to dispatch the draft. Just click on light. Let's assume that we also uh, are going to edit and write some any kind of necessary changes. Just click on the okay. Necessary changes have been done. Just click on the update button. After that, the draft changes has been updated with the existing draft and populated message will be displayed over there the success. Once the draft get edited, after that approving authority will click on the approve. Once the draft, it will also display the confirmation message. No further changes can be made. Just click on the yes button. Draft is get approved now. We can also check the draft status. That means the approved. Okay, that there is provision how the signing authority will sign the draft. There are three options will be displayed: e-sign, DSE sign if user have the digital signature, that means a dongle type device. Uh, Either he can or approving authority can use the e-sign option, DSE sign option, or a alternate option will be displayed in the latest e-file 7.3.4 version. Prior to 7 version, there were no provision to sign the draft by pen. Ink sign means the signing by the pen. Okay. In this respect of the signing of the pen, user have to first download the draft content. How the user can download the draft? Just click on the double arrow. After that, click on the download. The draft content will be automatically downloaded. Just click on the folder button where the draft content has been recently downloaded. Just click on the copy paste. After that, user have to take the printout of the downloaded content and the printout just sign by the pen, and you approving signing authority have to rescan the document after signing. This one is the draft which have recently the signing authority had undersigned by pen. Just simply the document will be saved on our desktop after undersigning. Let's rename it. This one is the content. Take a print out of this. There is no printer installed on my laptop. That's why it's taking too time. Okay, let's understand the steps. Our main motive is how the draft will work. Just click on this button. After that, we just need to open show in folder. After showing in folder, just keep the document in our desktop so that we can easily upload or browse the content. Let's assume that the signing authority have undersigned the content by the pen. After that, just click on the ink sign button in order to upload the signed document. Just click on the and we have to browse the path where the scanned document has been placed. This is the simple process how the pen sign will document upload and confirm the ink sign. Once the confirm the ink sign, the document has been displayed over there. We just simply click on how the document will appear by clicking on the approve. If we want to discard this option, we can also simply click on the discard option. Okay, this is the process simply how the ink sign will work. And now just take a look over there how the e sign and DSC sign will work in subject to sign the draft. Both of the signing have the same process. Just take a look over there e sign because I don't have the digital signature, that's why the DSC sign will not visible. Just click on the e-sign option. Click on the e-sign option. There are by default two provision how I can undersign by using the e-sign option. Custom sign. Custom sign will ask to the signing authority where the signing authority or in which place of the paper the signing authority will uh, place his signature with fingerprint or with OTP. By default, it will append the sign on the page. This is just left right corner over there by default. Let's just take a look how the custom sign will work. Just select the custom sign and with OTP. This one is the page of the document. Just assume that we are going to place our signature in this area. Just firstly select the area at which we are going to place our signature. Select, click on the sign option. After that, it will redirect it to the UDAI site in subject to order our by verification of our signing or Aadhaar number. Just let me check what are the my three last digit of my Aadhaar number. After that, we will proceed further by clicking. Let me check what are my three last digit of Aadhaar number. Okay, the last three digit Aadhaar number will be encrypted. If we want to verify our last three digit Aadhaar number, we just click on the I button. Okay, click on the OK button. After that, it will redirect it to the UDI site. Just click on the get OTP. How the e-sign will work, I had made already a video on it. For the detail, you can go and watch it. Click on the get OTP. The OTP will be forwarded to my registered mobile number. After that, we have just provided the OTP over there. Let's wait. It's sometime it will take to deliver the OTP. Okay, I received the OTP by clicking on the submit button. Invalid OTP. Actually, I clicked on the recent OTP, that's why I received the two OTP at a single time. And let's find out the correct one. Okay, just click on the submit button. Okay, my draft get undersigned the desired place by signing by this day, time, region approved. Now after signing, the dispatch process will start. After signing, just in the both cases, if we are using the e-sign or DSE sign, the working functionality will be the same in both cases. The custom sign means the area desired by the user, and default sign means the sign appended on the right over there. Just click on the initiate dispatch. After that, the dispatch window will start. There are two options while we are dispatching a draft. That means send dispatch with follow-up or dispatch without follow-up. Let me explain some differences between the with follow-up and without follow-up. Dispatch with follow-up means we are initiating any kind of draft in respect to with we have to uh, get some kind of information from the recipient. In that case, we just click or select the follow-up option. If we are not getting any kind of reply from the recipient, we just click on the dispatch without follow-up. Both have the same option. In the follow option, we can also just create a date over there. In without follow-up, we just click on without follow-up. If we want to dispatch the draft, first of all, we just need uh, to put down or write down the address through which we are going to dispatch the draft to the recipient by postal address or by email address. Let's simply just click on the email address. By dispatching the document through the email, we just write down the email address of the user. This one, subject of the dispatch document. Okay, this one is the signed document which have been already sent attached by default. This one is the email body message through which the additional message we want to provide the information to the recipient. This one is the simple. If there are multiple user uh, in our recipient list, we just keep the copy to all. All the recipient will receive a copy. If we want to dispatch a document to a single recipient, no need to check, click on the copy to all. Just click on the OK button. Similar way, we can also check the option by providing the postal detail. That means the postal mode through which the or this the, draft is going to dispatch by stamp by the by friend. We have to select the appropriate postal charges or delivery mode by courier, likelihood of information, weight and mode number and already a diary dispatch section. Write down there the number on the dispatching document, peon book number or any kind of additional information, peon name if you are going to providing document by the hand. This in this case, just click on the OK button. The postal charge will also be by get mapped. Now simply just take a look how just only by option by using the email option. Click on the email option. This one is the mm, emails. By simply we can dispatch the draft by to the multiple recipient. By similarly, we can also write down the multiple email in the respect of the if document is going to dispatch to the multiple recipient. This one is the content which are displayed on right side window. Here is the draft. If you want to cross check it after the dispatching, we can simply find out the detail to recipient to whom we have recently dispatched the document. This one is the message tag. We can simply write down the same information which I have recently provided on the email. Okay. Now just click on the dispatch without follow-up. Click on the dispatch without follow-up. We can simply check out that the draft has been dispatched to the user. After the dispatching the draft, it will allocate the number starting from the I. I stands for issue. When the draft gets dispatched, then it will become the issue. And one copy of the issue has been also attached in my correspondence part of file. This one is the draft nature, which have recently the two draft from my same file. Similarly, we can also dispatch the number of draft from the same file. This one is the date, time at which we have recently dispatched the document. And over here is additional information. That means the receipt against which we have recently dispatched a draft, also displaying over there. If we want to check out where the dispatch document dispatch number will be displayed, just click on the dispatch. After that, click on the issue or sent. It will display all the detail of the draft which has been dispatched by ourselves. Similarly, the recipient, if the user have the eOffice account, all the dispatch document will be checked out through the received letter over there. Intra-office, that means user received the document from within the same department, or inter-department, that means the user received the dispatch outside from department. Email diarization is another feature of the eOffice. We will discuss it later on. And recycle bin. Actually, there is no provision to delete the document in eOffice, but recycle bin, what are the use of the recycle bin? We will discuss while we are discussing on the email diarization. That means if we click on the email diarization, the email which are lying on in our email inbox will be directed through the eOffice. Prior to proceed further, if we delete some kind of email notification, that means those email will be moved to our recycle bin. These two options are pertaining to the email diarization option only. Okay, now it was the full process how we can work on the draft and how we will dispatch it by using ink sign, digital sign or DSC sign. I hope you really enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. So please subscribe my channel and share to whom who are willing to uh, enhance their knowledge in eOffice. Okay, thanks for the day.